You're sitting on your couch, it's 7 p.m. on a Tuesday, and you're tired. You open your phone to order a $15 bowl of pasta. By the time you hit place order, that $15 has ballooned to $28.50 because of a delivery fee, a service fee, a small order surcharge, and a tip. You justify it by saying, it's just an extra $10 to save me an hour of cooking. But look, that's where the trap springs. That hour you saved isn't being used to build a side hustle or learn a new skill. You're using it to scroll through TikTok, where an algorithm specifically designed to keep you engaged is showing you an ad for a $12 a month productivity app you'll never open. This is the silent 1% leak. Most financial gurus want to scream at you about your $6 latte. But let's be real, your coffee isn't why you feel like you're treading water despite making a decent salary. The real culprit is a convenience creep that didn't exist 10 years ago. It's a secondary income tax that we've all voluntarily signed up for, and today, I'm going to show you the math on how it's siphoning off 15% of your lifetime wealth before you even see it. Part 1, the evolution of the leak. 10 years ago, if you wanted a movie, you went to the store or waited for a DVD. If you wanted food, you picked it up. Today, we live in the subscription era. According to a 2022 study by C+R Research, the average American underestimates their monthly subscription spend by a staggering $133 per month. Most people think they spend about $86. In reality, the average is closer to $219. That's a $1,596 annual discrepancy between perception and reality. The math of the small leak. Let's do some quick math. If you are 25 years old and you have $150 in silent leaks, those subscriptions you forgot about, the premium tiers you don't need, the expedited shipping fees, and you instead invested that into a low-cost index fund like the S&P 500 with an average annual return of 10%, the historical average according to Investopedia and S&P Global data, where does that leave you? In 40 years, at age 65, that small $150 a month has grown into nearly $1 million. That is the price of convenience. It's not just $150 today, it's $1 million retirement fund you've traded for the ability to not enter your credit card info twice or wait 3 days for a package. Part 2, the psychology of frictionless spending. Now, you might be thinking, it's my money, I'm paying for the time saved. And you're right. Time is our most valuable asset. But here is what most people don't realize, the convenience economy isn't selling you time, it's selling you the removal of friction. In psychology, friction is the small barrier that makes you think twice before acting. Physical cash has high friction. You have to physically hand over a bill and watch it leave your wallet. Autopay has zero friction. A study from the Journal of Consumer Research found that people are willing to spend significantly more when using digital payment methods compared to cash. Why? Because the pain of paying, a literal neurological response in the insula of the brain, is dampened when the transaction is invisible. The silent 1% leak thrives on this. Companies have spent billions of dollars making it as easy as possible for you to say yes once, so they can charge you forever. This is decision fatigue exploited. They know you're too tired after work to audit your bank statement, so they make the unsubscribe button harder to find than a needle in a haystack. Part 3, the convenience tax categories. This is where it gets really interesting. We can categorize these leaks into 3 main taxes. 1. The digital clutter tax. This includes the $1.99 for extra cloud storage, the $10 for a weather app without ads, and the $15 for a streaming service you only got to watch one show 3 months ago. The reality, we often pay for the identity of someone who uses these apps rather than the actual utility. You pay for the fitness app because you want to be a fit person, even if you haven't logged a workout in weeks. 2. The logistics tax. Uber Eats, DoorDash, and Instacart. The math, according to a 2023 report by Forbes Advisor, food delivery apps can mark up menu prices by up to 91% compared to dining in. When you add the delivery fee, the service fee, and the tip, you are often paying double the price for the food. The reasoning, If you earn $30 an hour and spend 30 minutes cooking, your cost is $15. If the delivery markup is $20, you are actually losing money by saving time. 3. The premium default. Amazon Prime, YouTube Premium, Walmart Plus. The trap: these services incentivize you to spend more to get your money's worth. If you pay for Prime, you're more likely to buy small, impulsive items because the shipping is free. In reality, you've prepaid for the shipping, and now you're over-consuming to justify the membership. Part 4. Challenging the assumptions. Look, I'm not saying you need to live like a hermit in 1995. But we have to challenge the assumption that convenience equals better quality of life. Often, the most convenient option is the one that robs us of the most meaningful experiences. Cooking a meal with a partner or walking to a local coffee shop provides health benefits and social connection that a delivery driver dropping a bag on your porch simply cannot replace. We've outsourced our basic human functions, shopping, cooking, moving, to algorithms. And we're paying a premium for the privilege of becoming less active and more isolated. Part 5. The 3-step leak plug strategy. If you want to reclaim that $900,000 retirement fund, you need a system. Not a vow to do better, but a tactical plan. Step 1. The digital fast audit, the 24-hour rule. Go to Rocket Money or simply open your credit card app and export the last 90 days of transactions into a spreadsheet. The goal: identify every recurring charge under $30. The action: cancel everything. Yes, everything you haven't used in the last 14 days. If you truly miss it, you can resubscribe. Most of the time, you won't even notice it's gone. This is reversing the opt-out default and making it an opt-in world. Step 2. Calculate your real hourly wage. Don't use your gross salary. Take your take-home pay, after taxes. Subtract your fixed costs, rent, utilities, insurance. Divide that by your hours worked. For example, if you take home $4,000, your rent bills are $2,500, and you work 160 hours, your discretionary hourly wage is $9.37. Now, look at that $30 DoorDash order. Is it worth 3.2 hours of your life? When you frame it in hours instead of dollars, the convenience loses its luster. Step 3. Reintroduce friction. Delete your saved credit card info from your browser and food delivery apps. Force yourself to manually type in those 16 digits every time. The result: you give your prefrontal cortex, that is, the logical part of your brain, a chance to override the impulsive buy signal. Conclusion: building real wealth. Building wealth isn't about one big win. It's about the cumulative effect of 1,000 small decisions. The silent 1% leak is dangerous because it's invisible. It doesn't feel like a crisis, it feels like a lifestyle. But when you plug those leaks, you aren't just saving money. You're reclaiming your sovereignty. You're deciding that your future self, the version of you that wants to retire early, travel, or start a business, is more important than the temporary hit of dopamine from a frictionless purchase. Action step: tonight, I want you to find just 3 subscriptions or convenience habits you can cut. Calculate what those will be worth in 20 years. Write that number down and put it on your fridge. If you found this breakdown helpful, hit the like button and subscribe. We're building a community of people who are tired of the convenience trap and ready to build actual, lasting wealth. Comment below: what is the one subscription you know you need to cancel but haven't yet? Let's hold each other accountable. I'll see you in the next one. Look, the math doesn't lie. Stop paying the convenience tax and start paying yourself.